And we're also delving into a bill on the governor's desk that would ban new oil drilling in neighborhoods. And this is a battle we've seen playing out here in the Bay Area. Now, the bill would create a buffer zone statewide, preventing new oil wells within 3,200 feet of homes, schools, hospitals, and other populated areas. And as KPIX 5's John Ramos reports, it could be a hard-fought win for one Contra Costa community in particular.
Most places in the Bay Area wouldn't be affected by SB 1137, but in this neighborhood in Brentwood, it could be the end of a 2-year-old fight.
And my home is this one right here.
Ken Irvin has lived in his Brentwood Hills home for nearly 20 years and didn't realize when he bought the property that it was sitting on an old abandoned oil field.
Obviously, nobody's going to be happy with that. If you move in knowing that's the case, that's one thing. But for it to come up after you've moved in, that's another matter.
So he was part of a community effort fighting a proposal 2 years ago to drill a new oil well in a field about 1,000 feet away. Methane vents already dot the development from the old wells, and neighbor Amaraj Rai says the last thing they needed was another one.
And it has been proved, it's scientifically proved, that such thing will cause a lot of health problems.
But back in 2020, Bob Nunn with Sunset Explorations disputed that danger.
All the research that we've seen, 1,000 feet plus, which is what we are, self-mitigates any potential health risks.
That proposal is in limbo, with the county demanding more information, but it may not matter, because if signed by the governor, SB 1137 would ban any new oil drilling or new permits for old wells within 3,200 feet of public areas like homes or schools. But the Western States Petroleum Alliance says most existing wells are normally re-permitted every 2 to 3 years. They call this, quote, a direct attempt by the governor to shut down oil and gas production in California, end quote. But Irvin considers it a victory for neighborhoods like his. 3,200
feet's still not enough buffer to protect you completely, but against major health issues, it's a big win.
And he thinks the political climate may be changing for a once powerful industry in the state.
We have to see how the oil industry responds. I think they see the handwriting on the wall, but I don't know that for a fact. There is a change coming, and it could be much greater than what we've seen so far.
In Brentwood, John Ramos, KPIX 5.
John tells us the governor has not yet signed the bill, but he was publicly promoting the idea of a 3,200-foot buffer zone. So the belief is that it will become law.